Dust swirled, cobwebs clung to their faces. The attic was dark and musty. 4 friends, Max, Lily, Sam, and Maya, were on a mission. They were searching for something extraordinary, something magical. Max, the tallest of the group, spotted a wooden chest tucked away in a corner. It was covered in dust and cobwebs, its hinges rusty with age. They carefully lifted the heavy chest, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Inside, beneath layers of faded velvet, lay a roll of parchment. It was a map. Not just any map, but a map that shimmered faintly, its lines pulsing with an ethereal light. The friends huddled closer, their eyes wide with wonder. The map depicted a land of towering trees, winding rivers, and misty mountains. Strange symbols and cryptic markings adorned its surface. At the center, marked with a glowing star, was a single word: Avalon. A thrill shot through them. Avalon, the legendary island of magic and mystery. Could it be real? Max unrolled the map further, revealing more details. The path to Avalon was fraught with danger. They would have to navigate treacherous forests, scale sheer cliffs, and outwit mythical creatures. But the reward, a treasure beyond imagination, awaited those brave enough to seek it. A surge of excitement coursed through them. This was the adventure they had been dreaming of. With a shared look of determination, they vowed to embark on this perilous journey together. The map crackled with energy as if sensing their resolve. The adventure had begun. The forest welcomed them with a symphony of sounds. Leaves rustled in the breeze, birds sang sweetly from hidden branches, a gentle stream gurgled nearby, but beneath the idyllic facade, danger lurked. The trees, ancient and gnarled, seemed to watch their every move. Their branches, twisted into grotesque shapes, reached out like grasping claws. The friends pressed on, their senses on high alert. The map led them deeper into the heart of the forest. The air grew heavy with the scent of pine needles and damp earth. Strange plants with luminous flowers and thorns that dripped with a viscous liquid lined their path. They encountered creatures unlike anything they had ever seen before. Tiny winged sprites with shimmering wings flitted through the undergrowth. A giant spider, its eyes glowing like embers, spun a web of shimmering silk across their path. They used their wits and courage to overcome these obstacles. As night fell, the forest transformed into a place of shadows and whispers. The trees seemed to press closer, their branches intertwining overhead, blocking out the moon and stars. Eerie howls echoed through the darkness, sending shivers down their spines. They huddled together for warmth and comfort, their faces lit by the flickering light of their campfire. They knew that the forest held many more secrets, some wonderful, some terrifying. The path to Avalon was proving to be even more treacherous than they had imagined. They faced one perilous challenge after another, each testing their limits. One moment they were crossing a rickety bridge over a chasm so deep it seemed to swallow the light. The next, they were outrunning a raging torrent of water unleashed by a sudden storm. They battled fierce creatures with razor-sharp claws and teeth. They outsmarted cunning traps laid by unseen hands. Through it all, their bond of friendship grew stronger. They learned to rely on each other's strengths. Max, with his quick thinking and courage, led the way. Lily, observant and resourceful, deciphered the map's cryptic clues. Sam, strong and dependable, protected them from harm, and Maya, with her unwavering optimism and kindness, kept their spirits high. They discovered hidden strengths within themselves. Max found his voice as a leader. Lily's quiet intelligence proved invaluable. Sam's loyalty knew no bounds, and Maya's infectious laughter chased away the darkest shadows. They learned that true courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the will to overcome it. They faced each challenge head-on, their hearts pounding in unison. After what felt like an eternity, they emerged from the forest. Standing before them, bathed in the golden light of dawn, was Avalon. It was even more breathtaking than they had imagined. Waterfalls cascaded down the sides of emerald-green mountains, crystal-clear lakes shimmered in the sunlight, and in the distance, rising above it all, stood a magnificent castle. This was their destination. As they approached the castle, they felt a surge of anticipation. They had overcome so much to get here. What treasures awaited them inside? The castle doors swung open, revealing a dazzling sight. The walls were adorned with gold and precious gems. The floors were covered in the softest carpets. And in the center of the main hall, resting on a pedestal of white marble, was a golden orb. This was the treasure they had been seeking. But as they drew closer, they realized that the orb was not just an object of great beauty and value. It pulsed with a warm, gentle light, and as they reached out to touch it, they were flooded with a sense of peace and understanding. They understood that the true treasure was not the orb itself, but the journey they had taken to find it. They had faced their fears, overcome incredible challenges, and emerged from the experience stronger and more united than ever before. They returned from their adventure forever changed. They had found a treasure more valuable than gold or jewels. They had found friendship, courage, and the unwavering belief in themselves.